Hello, everyone. Dusty here from the ebox podcast, letting you know that this episode contains themes that some may find inappropriate or disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. You have been warned. Welcome to the ebox podcast, everyone, where we are sponsored by the letter E at the beginning and end up all the way to the letter H at the end. I am your host, one of your hosts, Dusty Dan here, alongside Dazethesparkfem. And our other co-host, and our other host, Wolfy. I keep saying co-host because I got open mic on the mind.
What is
up, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, jeez. And for those that have seen the first two episodes, you might notice a little bit of something different here. We have somebody else on the couch here, and that is our special guest today. It is the one and only, one of the best flutists that I've ever heard on VR. Give it up for Elia Kalua.
Hello. Good evening. Good afternoon. Good morning. Whatever
flowers.
It is. Or should I say,
So, Elia, tell us a little bit about yourself here for everyone that is listening and watching.
Okay. Well, as Dusty said, I am a flute player. I'm also a vocalist. I am a music producer. I'm a voice actor. I'm a content creator. I like to do it all. And yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Dreamer, imaginer,
Now, is that in
etc.
chronological order, Elia?
What do you mean chronological? Chronologically, music's been a part of my life since before I could even talk.
That's fair.
Is it all of us?
Came out the womb.
So, let me explain. No, man. Actually, the flute is actually a story in and of itself. But no, I would hear music in my dreams and daydreams since before I could even talk and before I even knew what was up.
I wish I had that ability.
Also, I love your laugh so much.
Mine or his?
Yes, yours. Yours is like a truck that won't start. Just
the car
so
won't
mine,
start.
So is mine. Get me laughing really hard, and we'll be twinsies. Laugh twinsies.
There we go.
Fair enough.
All right. So, for those that are tuning in, that see the title on the bottom of the screen here, and for those that are listening, today's topic is basically vacation. What I mean by that is that myself, Wolfie, and Elia have all had a nice little big vacation to different locations. In this case, the one that had the biggest vacation was Elia. They ended up going to FWA at the moment of this podcast recording. It is the biggest convention in the U.S., surpassing Anthrocon. Although in my mind, I'm just gonna say this: if FWA is the Daytona 500, Anthrocon's the Indy 500. If you're a racing fan,
Fair
you know.
enough.
So that's how I picture it.
Very similar.
On top of that, Wolfie went to Indiana for a vacation. Speaking of Indy.
I was about to say, you cocksucker.
That's just... Hey, I only do that on certain occasions, anyways.
I'm just gonna back away.
And then myself, I did take a vacation as well to Washington, D.C. Literally, like, less than a week ago. So,
fun.
Why, yes. So we're going to start for the vacation stuff with you, Elia. Do you want to give us a recap on your experience at FWA?
Well, a lot of firsts happened for me. So FWA was my first ever convention ever. It was my first time flying ever. It was probably my first ever vacation, since I was a teen.
Wait,
also first time by myself, just traveling.
You've never flown
I've
before?
never flown, no. Not in an airplane. No, just the wings don't count. But yeah, never flown before. It was. I have a huge fear of flying, and yeah, no, it wasn't fun.
Oh my.
Let's just say some very colorful words came out of my mouth during takeoff. All
I could
7
just
colors of the rainbow came out of this mouth. Just
It's like
Yeah.
Skittles, man. Taste the rainbow.
oh yeah.
I can just
No,
imagine some little.
I kind of felt a little bit bad because then like during takeoff, this little kid goes, "Mommy, would you fuck me?"
Oh no!
Yeah.
Honey, I don't think there's something in the book for baby's first cuss word.
I'm like, I made the meme moment happen in real life. Are you good, my dude?
He's laughing.
No
He's just coughing and
joking.
laughing at the same time.
Pat. Sounds like
I need to breathe. I need to breathe.
Yeah, there's nothing in the
Breath
parenting
in,
manual that
breathe
says
out.
baby's first cuss word.
I think the drink took them.
I think so.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
All right,
man.
let's continue.
So
Mhm.
after you landed in I'll just go and say because nobody knows where FWA is, you're living under a rock. Once you landed in Atlanta, take us from there.
Well, because I had just flown, I was mortified. I was trying to find the hotel that me and my friends were staying at, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, I don't know what to
He was
do.
hanging
And I'm
on
just
to
like
the seat for dear
messaging
life.
them. Yes, I was messaging them, panicking, like, where do I go? Oh, we're at this hotel. That doesn't tell me anything. What's the address? But I finally like took the metro train there, which ironically made me feel right at home because I grew up in. Are you good? I grew up in
I think he
Los Angeles, which has an extensive metro system. So I had to take the train to our hotel, and from there it was just a block around the corner. Walking through this insane shopping center, and there was a hotel. It was the main hotel too.
Oh, so the
Massive,
one that's
massive
like a
thing.
really, really tall hotel that if you looked up, it's like an optical illusion. You're going, where does this end?
Home of Elevator Con.
The back rooms.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this right now. FWA is now the official home of Elevator Con, not the Westin of Pittsburgh. If you say Elevator Con's there, that's where it started. FWA took over.
Yeah, a lot of amazing things, and I put that in air quotes, happened during FWA. I don't know what I'm allowed to say here, but yeah, I suppose I'll save that for the questions.
I'll say is whatever you're comfortable with answering or with whatever you're comfortable
Fair enough.
saying. That's totally
But so I take the elevator because I get there on Thursday, so I'm there a day before. And I go right up to the room, like, hey, what room are you in? We're in this room. Okay, I'm gonna knock on the door. That's how you know it's
This
me.
is where the yiff happens.
Oh my lord!
Fun fact: I'm actually a rare unicorn, in sense I'm a straight furry who doesn't really do NSFW stuff. Go figure. Anyway,
What?
says the buff purple dragon. No, but I know.
The buff purple dragon
So-
with red hair is straight.
Confirm.
But
That
anyway,
confirmed.
nothing
so
wrong with that.
so I knock on the door, and then I know one of the people who's there, so I'm like, I hug him, and then I introduce myself, and then people take turns hugging me, and I hug people so hard sometimes their feet leave the ground, which is kind of fun.
Hug me like that, please.
I'll hug both of you. I'll hug both of you like that. Yeah.
Yes.
No, it was kind of scary because one of my friends, I was like, friend, grabs, hugs. I lift him up, and I just hear, followed by, oh.
If it was that good of a back pop.
he, I thought I injured him. He was like, no, 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 I needed this. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah.
Not only did
You
you
just
become
did-
their friend, you became their personal chiropractor.
No, I
You
was
just
so the thing.
alleviated about 10 years worth of pain.
So the thing is, everyone in that room, almost everyone in that room, I was already very, very good friends with. So it was essentially meeting them in the flesh, like face to face for the first time. It was great, honestly.
Eee.
Hmm.
Now,
Yes.
with the rooms at FWA, since you said you were staying at the main hotel,
Uh-huh.
how are the rooms?
Right.
Is it just like your standard hotel room? Like you just walk in a little hallway, you look over, you see 2 beds, and that's it, and like the desk area.
Yeah, actually, yeah. It was a little bit bigger than a standard room, but yeah, 2 queen size beds. You know. The only thing is, it was floor to ceiling window, which freaked me out a little bit, admittedly, because we were on like the 35th floor.
Oh,
So you could look straight down and be like, "Oh, look, little people, ant-sized people." Yeah,
I would have been
Can't
like,
jump off.
"Oh, look, the people! Please don't touch me." I
it
I
was.
ain't gonna lie.
It was terrifying.
Yeah, I was gonna say I ain't gonna lie. I do have a mild fear of heights, but it has to be like a certain. It's almost like you have to meet certain criteria for me to be like, please make me go down to the ground, please, and don't do it the fast way.
Right. Speaking of fast, those elevators, my goodness, they were like Tower of Terror, man. Like your stomach would feel it. It was holy moly, dude.
So now, as you mentioned, it's almost like how the Empire State Building is. Like the elevators just go right up to the 80th floor.
Yeah, like 3 floors a second. I'm just like,
Yeah.
just bing,
Floor
bing,
35. You're
bing, bing. I was
literally.
like, yeah,
It's literally just like you're the only one
yeah.
there. Now heading to floor 35.
Actually, I got to troll some people in the con because lots of people fit in the elevator, right? They like 10 at a time or something. So I was shoved way in the back, and I would just be like, "Now arriving, floor 12." You know, now arriving, floor 18. Now arriving, floor 35. And people were like, "Wait, this thing has a voice now?" Now arriving, marquee level. Yeah, just
Oh,
like,
I love that.
yeah, and nobody knows it was me because I'm just like in the back, just like, floor 24 going up, you know, floor 14 going down, and people, and finally someone caught on. Oh my god, it's you! I was like, hee.
Dude, my
Yeah.
apartment complex doesn't even have that shit, dude. You make me jelly about that.
So I mean, so this is gonna sound really morbid, but a hospital my mother used to work at had elevators that spoke. Floor 2 going up, you know, floor 1 going down. And it's just like, yeah. But that makes more sense because hospital, you know.
Yeah, we have an elevator in my workplace that does that, but it only goes up 2 floors, floor 1 and ground floor. So we would hear it go like floor 1, and then it would go down, ground floor.
Cute.
So,
Yeah. It was fun. I got to troll people in that way. That's the kind of trolling that's fun, harmless trolling.
Exactly. Harmless trolling is the best trolling.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yep. Looks like we have another person that just popped in, who also was at FWA. So we will add them to the list here. They're gonna have to sit next to me, so that way we can fill up the entire couch. But ladies and gentlemen, joining us up in the podcast here is the one and only Blazeger. Hello, Blazeger.
Hi, Blaze.
Hello.
Hello again,
wall.
Blazeger.
And now
Wow.
the couch is full. Let me actually scooch over so that we're not bumping knees.
It's
I can see now someone's going to be like, how many times are they going to touch knees?
Nice.
So, just so that way you're caught up with everything, Blazeger, we just had Elliot tell us about his journey from their hometown all the way to Atlanta. So why don't you go ahead and tell us how it went for you to get to FWA, like the journey from your home to Atlanta.
By the way,
Well, the
before we go and get started, I just want to say this is the first time we've actually had a full couch.
And we're only 3 episodes in.
Congratulations on your full couch.
Anyway, Blaze, go
Achievement
ahead, bud.
unlocked. Full couch.
I can do that.
Achievement unlocked. Full
But,
couch.
Basically, the trip to FWA wasn't half bad. Me and Frost actually left real early in the morning to get at the airport, close to 7 a.m. So we left at about 3 a.m. because it takes us about like 2 hours just to drive over there from being in the middle of Wisconsin. Basically, Milwaukee Airport's a lot cheaper, so we went toward that. And then we pretty much got through TSA. Not bad, really. We were able to get our tickets, get up there. The only problem that made me kind of think a little bit was after we walked like the little line and everything in front of the drug sniffing dog. Apparently what happened was I went down the line and everything, and they stopped me and said they need to do some extra searching.
Dude.
So, I don't know what the hell
Same here.
happened, but I went ahead
Oh my God.
and actually got out of the line and everything. I wasn't standing in like the long TSA line like everybody else does. And I went ahead, went there, put my bags on the scanner, went through the, the whole body search thing. And
Oh, Milwaukee has the body scanner thing, not the walk-through metal detector. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
so they
Denver,
pretty
FWA
much-
is the exact same way.
Denver.
Oh,
International
over here
is
have
the same
the-
way.
Over here had it the same way too.
Oh, pfft.
Dude, I had to deal with that at Salt Lake Airport. That's where I took off from. They also had to body search me. It was horrendous.
Yeah. Well, but the thing was that I went through it. My bags went through the metal detector and everything. I'm just standing there waiting, and they found nothing. So I'm just wondering, did the drug sniffing dog smell something on me, or did I
He probably
still
smelled
have the
cookies.
smell of bacon on my clothes or something like that? Because I had cooked bacon the other night, but I don't know.
It probably
That
was
could
the
be
bacon.
it.
was the
I
bacon.
don't know. Maybe the dog was just hungry. Police dogs got to work too. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that dog was thinking like the commercial, bacon? Gotta give me the bacon, gotta give me the bacon, there's the bacon, there it
more or
is!
less, I don't know.
Hey, am I here?
But unfortunately, Frost, on the other hand, he had to go through the whole deal of it. So I'm standing there waiting for him for the next couple minutes, and he finally gets through. And then we just went over straight to our airplane and waited for about an hour for it to before it took off. And at first I was a little skeptical because the thing was I tried to go to FWA years back, but our flight got canceled due to the fact that the pilots never showed up. So the entire
Bruh.
route. So like about 5 or 6 years ago, we tried to go to FWA. No, my bad. And I want to say about 6 or 7 because this was before COVID. And
We're not
what
doing the
happened
meme,
was
folks.
but we waited for it and everything. We got there at 5 a.m. and we waited and waited and waited, and nobody showed up until like 3 in the afternoon. We're just like, screw this. We got our money back out of it and everything. And we're just like, we're not doing this. We're not waiting anymore because why the hell are you guys so delayed that you can't put us on another flight? And it's just like, there's got to be more flights going out of Milwaukee. So, we leave and
Apparently
everything,
not
and
that
Frost
day.
is looking. I don't know what it was, but apparently what they said was that I think there was a hurricane going on down there at the time.
Oh, jeez.
So I don't really
Oh,
know the whole
fuck.
ordeal, but this one, no, this really made up for it. We got out to Atlanta. I was happy about it. The train ride on the tram and everything like that. Holy shit! They are just flying from the airport straight down the tracks to get to downtown and everything. Like
Talking about Marta?
they'll hit a turn. They'll hit a turn and fucking Tokyo drift it.
Are you talking about the Marta?
Yeah.
Dude, I felt so at home because I grew up in LA. I live nowhere near that now. But yeah, the whole car makes this
Yeah.
the I was like,
Don't get me
I'm
started. Don't
home.
get me started
I'm
on Atlanta's
home.
airport
LA.
tram. You know, flying through the underground tunnels.
I was just like, my heart, I'm home. Yeah, it was great.
The funny thing was when we were leaving. When we were leaving on that train, a fellow fur had his bag on one end of the train, and as it's speeding up and everything, it goes sliding straight down the middle past everybody.
Meanwhile, the first
And
in
we're-
the side's
and we're
going,
just like,
I
you need to hold on to
I
that.
can fly.
Basically.
Yeah. Nice.
But no,
Also, side note,
the
if you saw me
atmosphere was
looking up-
great.
Side note, if you saw me looking up like this a second ago, and I was looking at my actual window in my room because there's a fucking robin that keeps banging his head on my window.
Sure, it's
Are you
not a
sure
wood.
it's not a
Must be
woodpecker?
friends.
It's not a woodpecker. I've seen it. I literally peeked through the curtain at one point, and I see a robin staring at me like, "What? What for what?"
My spirit animal? My spirit animal?
Just look up at him
It
and
is
just
me.
be like, "What do you want from me?"
It just
Oh, by the time
me.
I look at
It
them,
just me
they
at the
fly
robin.
away.
you
He
know
thinks
what?
it's a robin.
You know what that reminds me of, actually? That reminds
What?
me of that one fucking you guys remember the Jackass movies, right? And the
Oh,
TV show,
God.
right?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Stop.
I live near the hum of Bam Margera. I should know the Jackass films.
No, this is what I'm trying to get at, okay? In Jackass 3, there was a fucking clip where Chris Pontius had a fucking cast around his cock, right? And the
Oh,
fucking
jeez.
woodpecker's just fucking picking at it.
Oh, that one.
Oh
No.
no.
Oh, they're
missing a company.
And he's just standing there taking it the entire time.
Oh no.
All right, so before we get to
and all
before we
you hear
move-
in the background is just hot nuts. Anyone here want to buy my nuts?
oh my lord.
God, and I thought the helicopter was just as bad when they had it on a drone.
Well, before we go off the rails even further, and I lose my lunch,
He's losing
The-
his.
the hotel room. Did you have a similar type of room as Ellie did? Was it just like your standard hotel room? You walk in, you got your 2 beds, you got your desk area.
I'm
TV,
fucking
and stuff like
crying
that.
right now.
Well,
Tom.
were you-
Holy fuck.
Well, let me ask Elliot this: which one did you stay in?
We were at the Marquee.
I was in the Hyatt.
Okay. So I
The
do have to say
problem
something
with-
though.
The problem with my room, though, let me put it like this: so we had
Mhm.
the end hallway. We were up on the 6th
Hmm.
floor. We had the end hallway where it just goes straight down this little hallway away from the mezzanine and everything like that. And it's just a room on the end. It's like right next to the window that looks down to the frickin' parking lot and everything. And
Oh.
I won't lie, we went in there. Door was a little rough pushing open. The damn thing felt heavy as hell. And once we got in there, you know, it was cozy, it was comfy. But I went out onto the balcony, and let's put it like this: this is the balcony right here. This is the end of our balcony. You could practically reach over to the other part of the building's balcony. You could reach
Oh.
straight over. So it's just like, hey, pass me a beer. There you go.
Hey.
Wow.
You know, it's a regular party then, just
wild.
as long as nobody tries to jump over the railing and everything.
Fair enough.
We've had
So,
enough idiots
we-
hanging
yeah,
on railings
yeah.
as it was.
So there is something I have to say. We had a regular room, but due to the roommates I had and whose names I will keep, private for privacy reasons, but we had a bunch of roommates that could transform any space with they literally had lights and atmosphere lights. They changed out the bulbs so the lamps were blue and green and all kinds of psychedelic lights everywhere. It was nuts, dude. It was amazing.
So
Our
they
room was
basically
dull as dog water.
I was gonna say so you had your standard lighting room, and then you had hookah bar.
Pretty much.
Why the
Hey,
fuck
I
didn't
can
you
go for a
invite
hookah
me?
If
You know,
I'd
wasn't that-
known.
I invite you. I invite both of you, so
Oh.
shut up.
Oh.
Wait, I didn't know you went to FWA days.
No,
he
I
didn't.
did not.
He didn't.
No, no. I was
So-
crying. I cried at the time. So
I would have gone,
You
but
were-
I would not have had
Aw.
the PTO nor the money.
We
Man,
were
I didn't
lucky.
have
The
any.
reason why we went was we had everything fully together now. We got our rent paid off. I'm still paying off my car, but after finally getting the rent out of the way, we actually had money to go.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright.
So that was the only
So-
thing that good that came out of that.
Let's
Till
go
I
ahead
got
and do this.
back.
Day 1,
Hmm.
registration. In your opinion, Elia, how was registration for you since this was your first con?
So, it was nothing at all like I thought it would be. I was expecting lines and lines and lines and lines and lines, but because I went on the day before, I waited a total of like 15 minutes.
Mm.
So we went to the
Interesting.
hotel where they were doing registration,
Mhm.
and I remember walking and walking and walking, and we walked through the line, but we didn't really stop. But I remember this entire ballroom just filled with queue line, empty queue line, ready for the next day, day 1 of the con. And I'm like, damn. And I remember I waited all of 15 minutes, and it was just very, very quick. The line moved so fast.
Damn.
I was like, this isn't that bad. And like the person next to me was, oh, honey, just you wait and see. Tomorrow's going to be a madhouse. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I'm not there then. Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not going tomorrow.
Yeah. Like it was a walk, and this is more of a personal moment for me. It was a walk like up a hill, a rather decent hill, and because I'm not in the best shape, right? I'm getting there, but I'm not in the best shape IRL. I'm changing that. But I remember getting up the hill, and I'm like, I'm barely sweating. What's going on? Meanwhile, people behind me are just like, and some of them are like in great shape too. And I'm just like, oh wow, okay, personal victory time. Wee. But yeah.
So you had it easy for the registration. What about you, Blazer?
Yes.
I didn't get my registration until Friday. Basically, I didn't have any money in my paycheck. Here's the thing. I wasn't getting my paycheck until Friday, so I had to wait a day. But it was all right. It was all right. My money came in and everything like that, and I headed out first thing in the morning to registration. 5 minutes.
Okay.
The only reason why
5
was
minutes?
well. Here's the thing.
Wow.
Here's the thing. Frost and me went down to registration to know exactly which building it was, and once we got over there, he was in and out in less than maybe 10 minutes because
Sorry,
at the
I
time
got off the couch.
rejected. Anyway, the thing was, Frost was in there all of 10 minutes, and I just waited for him outside. The thing about that was there were like 2 different ways that you can go: left for like all the sponsor stuff, and right for all the pre-regging in advance. And there was a guy there just shouting at everybody, "Go this way for sponsor! Go this way for non-sponsors!" I was like, oh, which
Yeah.
way do we go for the special people? Left. You know, and it's
Which way
just
do you
like,
go if you're autistic? You go that way.
you turn the fuck around and go back the way you came. Anyway,
That's how.
but
Damn.
I went. Here's the thing: I went over there, and there were no lines. Yes, you had to go
That's-
on to the thing called the
Wow.
My FWA page in order to register.
Yeah.
So I did.
Yeah.
I registered. I walked in right through the ballroom doors of where it was. The registration was huge. It was wall to wall wrapped around with people ready to go ahead and actually register you.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really all that bad. And there was already somebody there ready to go ahead, check me in. I just gave him my QR code, got my wristband and everything like that, and whatever else, and just walked right out. So
Nice.
all of 5 minutes.
So there,
They are
that's
efficient.
I will say that is the difference between Anthrocon and FWA. I'll say this from my experience with
MFF.
Anthrocon last year. Anthrocon last year they had shut down a road that was underneath the convention center because the convention center main portions were up above, whereas everything for like pre-stuff is down on the ground levels, and you had to take escalators or elevators up to the convention space. So they had one of the big old open areas set for registration, and instead of what Blazer said was wall to wall, it was just one long area split in half. Left side was for sponsors plus, and then the right side was regular registration. And we were waiting for, like, me and a few friends, we were waiting for a good few hours. The line for the sponsor registration and everybody else was not as long as it was for regular registration, which, by the way, I'm just going to say this for those that are for those that are going to Anthrocon this year that are watching this, please, I beg you, with somebody who's had this experience, it is worth getting the sponsor pass. The line's not as long for it, but you won't be sitting there for hours at the regular registration line. Now, the plus side is you will see some people that you may recognize in the regular registration line, but if you're somebody like me who just wants to get in and out the door, ready to just enjoy the day, go with Sponsor Plus. It is worth it, even though it can be a little bit on the expensive side. So,
yeah.
So with that being said, after you both registered and you get into the con space, whoever wants to go first, what was like some of the first things that you did?
Drink.
You first. Actually,
That's basically it. That's
Drink.
basically it. The first thing you do is at least find the best place to get a good drink. That's the first thing you ever do.
Does soda count?
Well, yeah, but you can go to any vending machine if you want to spend $3. No, personally, I will say I'm not really happy with the drinks and everything in the Hyatt. The bartender added more alcohol than they did an actual drink. Now, I'm perfectly sure everybody knows how to make a solid screwdriver. Vodka, orange juice. Okay,
Yeah.
you gotta do.
Do you
both of
actually
them.
want to know the origins of the screwdriver?
Hit me that up later.
Deal.
But the thing about it was this lady didn't use orange juice. She used fresh squeezed oranges.
Oh.
Whoa.
And then she just put a slice of orange in the drink. She added 2 shots of vodka and just squeezed orange juice in it. I drink so many different types of screwdrivers. I want my damn thing to actually look like orange juice. I could still see the ice cubes through the vodka. Okay, that's how bad
Fair
it was.
enough.
And when I took a sip of
shots
it
of
and everything,
Glug.
I could only taste the vodka. That's the thing. I couldn't taste the orange at all. So it's just like, I'm just drinking flavored vodka.
By the way, folks, we are all adults here. If you can't tell, we are over 21. Mentally, maybe
We're
not.
all
Body.
adults here.
Only in body, not in mind.
That's what I just said.
Exactly.
Mentally, maybe not. Now what? Now,
But
Elliot.
the problem with that was that drink cost me $20.
$20
Hijo.
for vodka and a
20
little bit of
bucks for-
orange.
20
In that
bucks
big
for
of a glass.
screwdriver that was just mediocre. Yeah, fuck that.
Dear
Bingo.
me.
I
Now,
actually went
Elliot-
over to the Marriott and I got a drink over there instead. And I talked to the bartender there and he says they need to be fired.
Dang. Now, Elliot, what about
Damn.
you? What were you doing on your the first? What was the first things that you?
So, the first thing I did was I probably met with my friends. Sorry. I met with my friends.
My hair!
I probably napped. And then I want to say I also drank. Except a friend of mine brought his own, like mix, if you will.
Okay.
And so I had about a solo cup's worth. I'm thinking, oh, this tastes really, really nice. And I'm like, let me have this on ice. And he's looking at me pouring this, and his eyes just get bigger and bigger and bigger the more I pour. I was like, he's like, how many is that for you? I was like, oh, I just had a little bit, and now I'm pouring myself a whole cup because it tastes really good.
The focus on
He's
the
like,
drink just widens his eyes.
do you know what's in this? Apparently, it was. I didn't realize it, but it was all booze.
Oh, jeez.
It
And
tasted
I'll say-
amazing. It tasted
will-
like lemon, lime, melon.
Classic
bliss.
you, Elia.
No, you like. I got so wasted. Not blackout drunk, mind you, but I was so wasted. Apparently, I was staring at the lights and just giggling. And just like,
You.
So this is
Totally you.
this is a valuable lesson for people who are not as proficient of drinkers as a couple people here on this couch.
me.
No matter what it is, know your limit. First off, know how much you can take, and second of all, if a drink tastes really
Yeah.
good where you don't really taste any alcohol, be very careful. Otherwise, you're going to be
It's very-
giggling at light bulbs.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
I have like a high tolerance. I don't know what it is. I have a high tolerance for alcohol, and I've made drinks constantly, but I never
You
get
do.
drunk, ever.
That is true. That
And
is
then
true.
there's
I always kept
me.
thinking I have a little bit of Irish in me, you know, but I'm not going to get
Fair
slammed
enough.
that hard.
Right.
Fair enough. And then there's me, who has zero tolerance, who gets schnockered off a rum cocktail. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a
Yeah.
new,
Wasted
that's a new one. I'm
turds.
So, I
And
will
it's
say
bad
this.
enough that I get drunk. Yes, sorry.
That's okay, but it's latency. You gotta love it. I will say this. That same situation with my buddy Gure Okami. He mixes his own drinks, stuff like that. But the way he does it, he mixes it for the fun of having a drink, rather than drinking to forget or taste alcohol and basically get blackout drunk.
Yeah.
He has made me something that he calls
Guilty.
the water. Ding ding ding. He's made something called the Watermelon Jolly Rancher that he does, and he just pours it in a solo cup. And I've had that a couple times when I've hung out with him, and it's really really good. But knowing my luck, if I had more than that, I was like, yeah, pretty lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't call me at all.
So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
tasted like essentially like a very sour watermelon Jolly Rancher. And again, when I make my own drinks, I don't do it to get drunk. I do it because it tastes yummy. So for
There
me,
you go.
it's dark
Same here.
rum with Hawaiian punch. Yes, please. But the problem is when I get drunk, and Daze has been there for this. I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
My
I have
SoCal
many-
accent gets magnified by 1,000%.
Oh no.
And my roommates didn't believe me until it happened, and it was like, it's okay, you guys. It's just a little drawing. It's okay. It's not that bad. It's just like super yummy. They were like, okay,
Oh my
buddy,
god,
let's-" She
yes.
said, okay.
Yeah.
When we
No,
play Terrors
dude.
and Noise together,
Definitely.
when we play Terrors and Noise together, he sounds like this so many times, like the past 2-3 hours. Have you playing?
Sassy.
He's sassy.
Sassy without even
Yes,
trying.
honey.
Literally.
Yes, queen.
Yes,
so-
queen.
Oh
yes.
jeez, I do not say that, dude. I do not say that, dude.
Do you?
So, one of the things I'm going to say here is just to keep things moving because we do have a couple other vacation stories for this one.
Right, right. Sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna. No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. This has been fun. I'm gonna go ahead and ask you this question for both of y'all. For the overall convention, your best moment, and because it always happens, your worst moment. So
Okay.
this time I will start
Oh,
with
well, I really need to
Blazeger.
again.
So
Oh, me?
Blazeger,
Yeah. Blazeger.
yes,
Mhm.
Blazeger.
Well, I would probably say the best moment was probably seeing people who I've not seen in over like close to 10 to 15 years.
No.
Like I haven't seen them in the mix at all at any FurCon I've been to over the last 10 to 15 years. One of them being Dark and Tiger. You know, he actually
Hmm.
started going back to conventions now since he lives in Australia. He went ahead and actually came to FWA. I recognized him out of suit. He instantly saw me and he's like, "What the hell are you doing hiding?" I'm like, "Who's hiding? I'm not in suit." You know, he actually saw me and he gave me like the biggest freaking hug ever. You know, I also bumped into a couple of other people. You know, even people who I've been friends with for a number of years throughout my TikTok history and career and everything like that. I bumped into Nitro Doggo. I bumped into um, Larar. I bumped into him and basically jacked him one in the shoulder because of all the annoyance he's done with me over the years. But he's still a good guy.
Now, see, you
Other
mentioned these
people met.
from TikTok that you know, and I'm just sitting here going like, I had no idea who these people are because I didn't go gung ho into the furry side of TikTok until 20.
Well, the weirdest thing is, I actually
25?
had somebody come past me, like they didn't even know it was me at first,
Come.
because I was wearing my Dapper outfit. And what happened was, I had somebody go ahead and shout, saying, you know, "Oh my God, Blaze! I didn't know you were here." It's like, I've loved your TikToks for years, and I'm like, thank you. It's always good to actually meet people that know me for me and everything like that. You know, and it's just like I didn't announce it. Nobody knew I was actually going to be there because I wasn't going to announce it. I was just going to show up and then just see who the hell could actually recognize me.
Just head out to the
And, of
airport, go all
course,
the way to the
all
tram,
my
get
old
to the hotel, dun
friends-
dun.
all my old friends and everything like that, they saw me, they hugged me. It was great meeting them and everything. Meeting new people too, you know. I even bumped into Inferno Paws. I bumped into Sure and I Reed. I also bumped into Chardog and everything. And you know, it's just some of these people. I mean, yeah, going to MFF is fun and all and everything, but it's like, you know, FWA, that's a whole different experience. And seeing everybody there that actually was so happy to see you, that's one of the greatest experiences you could ever have. You know?
Yeah.
And it's just like everybody knew me for who I was and not what other morons say.
Right. Now, before we do
You
the
know,
worst,
and
moment
meeting
of
me
the
face to face was the icebreaker and everything. It's just like, yeah, let's hang out. Let's go get a drink or something. Let's go jump in the pool. You know, let's just go do something. Not like, you know, reminisce on shit.
Now,
If
see,
only I'd known you
would
were going
say
to be there, I would have come say hi.
What's
Now,
that?
see, I would say we could
If
jump in
only
the pool,
I-
but I'm afraid of. Oh, I keep talking. Over
Yeah.
you.
Ain't afraid.
I was gonna say,
It's a
if only,
habit. It's a habit.
No, it's
if
late.
only I'd known you were gonna be there, I would have come said hi. Sorry.
I knew you were there, but the thing was that there were so many people. It's so hard to actually spot anyone for that
that's
matter.
Totally fair.
You know,
yeah.
the Marriott absolutely is one of the most insane areas for anybody to be, you know, on the three different levels, the photo shoot spot, one of the extra hallways, and then the main floor and everything like that. I just hung out a lot. I just hung out and just, you know, I didn't know what to do. All I did was just like, you know, breathe it in and everything like that, you know, and it's just like, oh, somebody could use some deodorant, but other than that, this is fun.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, there were some people that definitely needed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, agreed. It's like, dude, come on. If you can afford a flight, if you can afford a hotel, you can afford a freaking shower, and you can afford deodorant. I'm not
Especially
sorry.
with the fact that they have that underground store. They have the little shop market underneath the hotels and everything. You just go down there. There's plenty of eatery spots. There's a CVS down there.
It was sold out.
Deodorant. Oh, damn.
The CVS was completely cleaned out.
Oh, I'm sure.
you'd
Maybe
be
some
surprised.
people actually got the right idea. I don't know. Maybe a shower helps too. But, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. But
It's one of those things.
basically that was the good side. The bad side, on the other hand, I want to say didn't overdo it. it didn't overdo my good time because I was still vibing and everything like that. Didn't have any trouble with anybody. Nobody tried to confront me, but everybody just kept their peace and just went on about their day. And it's just like that's what
That's the best,
conventions are
honestly.
for. It's like,
So
why would you bitch about somebody? But I will say though, there were instances of some screwed up shit here and there. One guy was going around actually carrying a vodka bottle with a pour spout on it and asking, "Hey, you want a shot?" You know,
Oh
and he's
my
giving
Lord.
free shots to people out of a vodka bottle and everything.
Oh Lord.
And it's on the Marriott level and everything. So I'm just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Giving alcohol to just random people.
Stupidity.
Yeah, that's
It's like, look, I realize you're trying to finish
At
the
its
fucking bottle
finest.
because nobody else in your room will drink it, but don't do that.
So does this mean at Philadelphia when I see you, I have to now go up and confront you and be like, "You son of a bitch!"
Either that, or I'll just walk behind you because I know what you look like and just give you one whack upside the ass.
Please
Oh
don't.
my
I
God!
need
What
to
time
sit
you
down
guys
a lot.
keep
I
saying
like
that?
sitting. I like sitting down. I don't need to be like going up to a chair and just being like, ha, 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 ha.
Don't worry, Dusty. I'll be gentle.
No, you won't.
No, I won't.
I can't. I can't
Alright,
with you guys.
Before we
But
move on
no,
to the other
but
vacations,
other than
and
that, you know, not really anything else bad. Just dumb people doing dumb shit, including the artards that went ahead and actually were spiking people's drinks. That was about it.
Oh, I heard about
Oof.
that. I heard about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my friend Kodo was actually one of them.
Hang on.
Papa Bear Koda.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yes.
He said he just came back from the hospital and everything like that when he talked to me and Ray.
Yep, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, I
So
talked to
that
him
was
about a week.
going on.
Yeah, I talked to him about a week later, and he said he's still feeling the effects, kind of. So whatever the
Yeah,
fuck
I
they were
heard
spiking the
that.
drinks there at that time, that's some pretty messed up shit. And you
Yeah,
deserve to be
Yeah.
banned, if not arrested, for that.
Agreed.
Agreed. So,
Permanent
Your
record
turn.
as well.
Elia, what was your best moment at FWA, and what was your
Worst moment.
Okay, similar to Blazegear, my best moment there was meeting a lot of people I consider my best friends for the first time ever. I don't know if you'll recognize any of these names, but I met with, like, I bumped into Slash Gallagher, I bumped into Lodi, of course, like, it was amazing. Midnight Flare and Rise Zero, if anybody knows the crazy, energetic gingerbread cat. And much to Ultra Shark, or him, much to my surprise, I ran into a streamer friend, New Baroque, who plays violin. He's incredible. I think that was that was probably the highlight of my entire trip, was just going and grabbing dinner with him, like New Baroque and Ultra Shark, and then a friend of New Baroque's, and we all just had probably the best calzone I ever had in my life. Just good friends.
Oh, you had it from that pizza place down there, didn't you?
Mellow Mushroom, yeah, dude.
They had some good stores down there. I actually liked the ramen shop. That was good.
Fair enough. We took like quarter-mile walk off property and went to this place called the Mellow Mushroom. It was super good. Like I said, best calzone I ever had.
I had gotten breakfast at the Atlanta Breakfast Club. Highly recommend it.
Okay.
If anybody is ever out there for breakfast, go there.
Okie dokie.
They make different style chicken and waffles.
No. But I would say, yeah, my the best for me was just meeting people I consider my close friends and hugging them super hard and them hugging me back, and it was just great, and essentially just platonic cuddles, yeah.
Platonic.
Now, what about the worst moment? Did you
Yes.
have a worst moment or no?
Okay. Yes, I had a couple of worst moments. I didn't witness, so for me, the worst moment was I was okay. How can
I
put
forgot how
this?
close this dude is to me.
Sorry.
Because I saw you whip over like
Don't worry,
you
if you
had a
hit him,
bad
he'll let you
moment.
know. He'll let you know if you hit him.
Sorry about that. No, so there was an incident where I'm going to use the fandom name. A baby fur walked into the elevator, and he just goes, "Uh-oh," and
Oh
proceeds to
Are
just
you
no!
kidding?
everywhere.
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure that's why one of the elevators was down for the duration of the con.
Oh no!
So out of four, out of three, out
Gotta
of three
be
elevators,
Fucking kidding me.
I did not witness this. However, I did not witness this, but there were only 2 out of the 3 elevators were working. The last one was not working at all. And one of the worst moments for me was because our elevator was overcrowded. The elevator goes up like this. It went down. It went like this, and then went up. And we can hear, and we're just like, oh god, oh god.
Oh no!
I did not
Yeah,
want to be
those
stuck in
things
here.
have a fucking weight limit.
They do. Like,
I
like
exceed the weight
people try to
limit.
get
I'm
in
just
this whoosh. It was just whoosh. I'm just like, oh god. But the worst thing for me had to be waiting in line for the elevator for almost an hour. And yeah. Oh, and then another one was like this dude in an amazing fursuit walked by, but then the SoCal's about to come out. He had max BO. It was super grody, dude. I could taste it. It was so bad.
Oh!
I could taste it. It was so bad. I was just like,
Oh, that's just no. Like even
dude.
like that's
I was
a
like,
big turn off for
dude, get
me.
some right guard, man. Like I had a friend who was in our room who was first shooting for the first time ever, and he was taking such good care. He would put his head on this industrial fan, and that dude probably never cleaned his fursuit at all. He probably never dried his fursuit. It was probably grody inside. It was probably stopped growing inside. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like
It was
it's
I
like
made
dude,
partial-
you need a big. It's like you need a big
I
fat
make
case
partial, but I clean mine. I clean
Fair.
mine, no matter what. Anybody, I don't give a shit what you do in your fucking suit and everything like that. But if it's nasty smelling, don't you dare step out of your room with it.
If it could
Yeah.
walk on
No,
its
dude,
own,
it's-
it needs a cleaning.
You ever
It
seen
smelled
those,
like
you
a
ever seen that shit
garbage
during the winter
truck,
when
dude.
people have their pants frozen and they throw it and it sticks?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
It's like
what
too much
that's
starch.
what
It's like too much starch and shit. No, I'm
That
sorry.
is what
When
this
you got
fursuit
when you
smells
got a
like. I was just
fursuit
like-
that actually stands on its own, clean it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
It's not rocket
I did it
surgery,
again.
people.
rocket surgery.
Don't worry. That's what it is by now. It's not rocket science. It's rocket surgery.
Yeah, that's literally
you're
the
just-
reaction when you smell a bad fursuit. Fuck.
It's not rocket surgery, people.
You mean rocket
yeah,
science?
A lot more than that came out of my.
No, he had it right
know
the
what
first time.
I say what I said. Hey, but it's
Okay.
okay. Each to their own.
Legoshi with
Yeah.
Lysol.
Pretty much everybody's. At
Nah,
this point, if you don't wash your
needs
fursuit,
like bleach at this point.
I was gonna say if you don't wash your fursuit when you go to a convention, don't be surprised if I come behind you with a Lysol spray, spin you around, unzip you, and just spray the living hell out of your suit and zip you back up and go. You're good.
I'm not gonna lie, I
A
carried-
full bottle of Febreze on your ass.
Exactly. I
That
had
too.
body spray. I more than once just went like, nah, dude, I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah, right.
Like
At
Jesus
that point, you're
Christ, they
just
do make
shoving-
fursuit sprays and shit. I mean, there was a
I-
new fursuit spray dealer down there, and I actually sprayed myself with some. I smelled like raspberry pancakes. It was nice.
don't
Ooh,
make me
nice.
hungry.
To be fair, that only happened once. Like the super nasty grody fursuit only happened once, and I only got a whiff of something gnarly once. Like
that
it just hit my
was?
nose.
Mm-hmm.
It was just during, I think it was like day 2, and I was walking by this dude, and it just burned my nose. I was just like,
When
No,
when
at that
it gets
point-
when it
Super
gets to
max
that point,
BO, dude.
I'm sorry. I want to say this. If it ever gets to that point where it actually burns like that, they need to be either called out or taken outside and hosed from a fire extinguisher.
Yeah,
with
No,
a soap
exactly.
attachment.
I'm not ashamed to say that. Like, dude, if you can afford to go to a con, you can afford a fucking shower. It's
At
not
least
that
wash your
hard.
goddamn suit before you leave your home. I would not
Yeah.
want to be the people on that flight.
Now,
I
I'm
really
gonna-
Oh
wouldn't.
yeah, no.
Shit travels.
I'm gonna
This
say
was just a regular person, not suited. But yeah.
I'm gonna say this. There have been a couple times where I've ran into fursuiters at cons, and I can tell, like, if they're a pretty popular one, I can tell they have been running around for too long and they have been stopped way too many times. There's one example of a fursuiter like that. I met him 3 different times at the same convention, Anthrocon, in the same area, and I'm like, I said to him, like, I swear he had been forced to, like, he got a hotel room, but he had been forced to live near the main ballroom because it's almost like he could not go anywhere without getting stopped, and I could tell
Oof.
because as soon as I gave him a hug, I started smelling the beginnings of the deodorant and body spray failing in the suit on them, and it's nothing against them, but
yeah.
I could tell, I'm like, he's been stuck here for like hours because
Yeah.
everybody sees them and they're
That's
just like,
rough.
I want hugs from you.
Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
made the mistake at one convention of hugging my friend who had the exact same problem. Only problem was after I hugged him, I wrapped my arms around him. My hands felt like they were just under a faucet.
Oh no!
Oh no.
That
I
is
mean,
the
I love my
extreme.
friend. Don't get me wrong. I love my friend. But if you are sweating on your back that hard, take it off now. Go to your room,
Exactly.
remove it, put a fan in front of it, hang it outside the fucking balcony. Don't wear it for the rest of the fucking con until it's drier than your towel after a shower.
No, until
Because
it
that-
is drier than a fresh set of bed linens.
Yeah.
That's
See,
even
or
better.
wear moisture wicking clothing.
Exactly.
There's a
I wear
reason
Under
why.
Armour.
There's
I
a
wear
reason
Under
why a
Armour.
lot
No
of
matter
performers
what, I
at,
will always wear
yeah,
that because it helps keep it on the clothing rather than my fursuit.
exactly. Like it's not like again, it's not that hard.
So
I don't
with
understand
that-
how people cannot think that far ahead. Of course, there
Because it-
are unfortunate people that go ahead and like that sort of thing, and it's just like then maybe you should just go room with them, leave your nasty ass soaked suit in their room.
No,
They'll
because
feel
then that
right at
person will
home.
come out for days, be like, "Yo, where's our buddy? He's supposed to come with us for the flight. He's still in the hotel room sniffing a fursuit."
Ugh.
Sad to say.
That would be
Like
stressful.
I'm not sorry. I will absolutely king shame when it comes to that. Like, ugh, dude, that's disgusting.
There is some
Right.
things. There are some things, and then there are. I mean, I don't kink shame. But there are limits.
Yeah.
There are fucking
very-
limits. I'm not kidding.
I'm very happy to say all of us in our room were all clean or even smelled nice. You know.
Yeah.
On the flip side, there was this dude in a fursuit that just walked by, and I got a whiff of something, but it wasn't anything bad. It was like, why am I smelling cotton candy? You know?
That's probably a
Yeah.
fursuit spray.
Yeah.
Like I said,
like
the
it-
fursuit spray booths have been
Mhm.
really upping their game lately.
Yeah.
Oh,
But the
yeah.
thing is, the funny thing was, it was this big macho partial dude, like shirtless, and he walks by, and it hits me like the BO would, except cotton candy. Oh, okay, that's you do you, buddy.
I was gonna say, just
it
like,
wasn't bad at all.
delicious.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the other thing. That's the other thing too. Some of the people that go ahead and actually poodle and everything like that, when they go ahead and have the suit halfway off their body and they're showing off like the
Hmm.
pecs and everything, I got no beef with that. But
Hmm.
sometimes, you know, the whole time and place,
Fair
place
enough.
and everything like that is just
I
one
can see
thing.
that.
But if there's like still kids running around or something like that, no, just don't do that. Do
Zip
it
it back
later, you know, into the night. You know,
Yeah.
hell, still smell like cotton candy. I could care less. You might as well smell like a blueberry
Fair
pie.
enough.
But if you go ahead
Yeah.
and, you know, you smell like that, okay, fine. You smell great.
Getting hungry.
Oh yeah. Honestly, kids
Same
shouldn't be
here.
at cons like that, as far as I'm concerned. But I think it was like I didn't see any kids, to be fair, where we were, on like the 10th
It
floor of the
varied.
marquee.
It varied from time to
Fair enough.
time. There were a few walking around, like parents walking with their kids who were first
Fair
aiders, and
enough.
it's just like, hey, you got your kids. At least some people are actually taking responsibility.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Like, admittedly, there were times one of my roommates was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna, I was like, okay, let me grab my stuff and get out of here." Yeah. So
That's the other thing too. If you're going to be in a room or anything like that, you at least want the common courtesy to talk to your roommates and say, "Hey, would you guys mind leaving a little bit? I want to have some fun, maybe with my boyfriend or a friend or something like that."
Mhm.
yeah,
And as of
like,
right
And that's
hey,
what
now,
they
I'm
give us
trying
did.
to find. I'm
give us
trying
about
to
an
find.
hour.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's how
They
roommates work and
yeah
everything.
they needed
However,
like 4 or
I'm
whatever.
trying to find
Yeah.
something for a friend of mine right now where this guy wants to just go straight up safe for anything. This guy's talking about like, oh, I want to go ahead and you can't sleep naked in the room or anything like that. But it's just
And,
like some of us actually do sleep without a shirt on and everything because the coldness relaxes our body because we're overheating.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not going to
often
go
sleep
ahead and
without
wear a
a shirt
onesie
on.
just to appease you because what is me having my shirt off going to turn you on or some shit like that? Sorry, you're not my type.
Yeah.
I sleep in my
Exactly.
There's a
underwear,
reason.
so-
Same here. Same here.
I don't
And
sleep
I
in my
enjoy
underwear,
it,
but
because it's
I do sleep
relaxing.
shirtless. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with sleeping shirtless. I don't see a problem with
Not
that.
at all. Not at
So-
all. People are weird, man.
So
People
we
need
do
to
have
come
two
out of their
more-
comfort zone.
We do have 2 more
Mhm.
vacation stories, myself and Wolfie. Wolfie, do you want to go first on your vacation story, or do you want me to go first?
It don't matter, bud. Why don't you go ahead and go first?
Okay. So, less than a week ago, my vacation was I went to Washington D.C. Not to do the whole Memorial Day celebrations down there or do anything in the actual D.C. area Memorial Day. I was on the outskirts of D.C. at the National Harbor for a metal
Where he
concert.
didn't get shot at.
Exactly. If there was
He
any
asked
shots,
that. The first thing he asks.
if there was any shots, it was somebody taking shots of alcohol. But it was I was there for a metal concert. It was me and a friend of mine named Diablo. We so Sunday I go over pick him up at his house. We go stop at a couple places to get some stuff for the hotel. And then I drive all the way down to the hotel, which we stayed at a hotel called Harborside Hotel. And I will say this,
Ooh.
it was a really nice hotel, and this will classify as the worst moment of it for my trip. The hotel's elevators at one point when we woke up the next morning, 2 of the 3 were down. On Memorial Day weekend and Memorial Day, it's like you could not have picked the worst
Jesus
time for
Christ.
elevators to go down, and they had 3 elevators at that hotel, so that was like
At
a
least all
downer
the
there.
escalators at FWA worked this time.
Yeah.
True. Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Not one of them went down. The only thing that went down apparently were some of the elevators.
Oof.
Yeah.
So we go up to our hotel room. Not a nice hotel room. The only difference is our hotel room had hardwood floors. For the main area, so it was nice. If we spilled a drink, it was easy to clean up. So we stayed there. I was on call with Daze a few times for that, for those when we were at the hotel, and we also got some food down there, and also I forgot deodorant, so we literally went down to the Target nearby, and I got myself a stick of deodorant. Which I will say at the concert, at the end of it, at the end of the concert, it did fail on me because it is Dr. Squatch deodorant, not like, let's say, Right Guard or Old Spice. Because For some odd reason at
Hey,
Target, they
don't
have
disrespect Dr. Squatch in front of my presence ever again. Do not
I'm not
disrespect Dr.
disrespecting-
Squatch.
I'm not disrespecting Dr. Squatch. I probably did not put enough but I also did not take it with me into the casino where the venue was.
Okay,
Anyways,
my apologies.
none taken. No offense taken. So I got Dr. Squatch, but also it's because for some odd reason the Target at National Harbor had all their deodorants, both men and women's deodorants, locked in safes, like clear glass safes, and you had to call for somebody to go get them. Like, who's stealing
Gee, I wonder
deodorant?
why.
Who's stealing
It's,
deodorant?
honestly, if you're gonna steal something, that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying. Also, I need to be right back. I need to just use a little dragon's room really quick.
Oh, you're
Please continue.
If you want to step out frame, you can.
All right.
So
I could just, I was just gonna leave myself here. That's okay.
okay, that's fine. Yeah. Anywhoozles.
Cool.
So we get the deodorant. I got the Dr. Squatch because again, it was not in one of the glass safes, and it was just easy to just go yoink. So
Yoink.
we get that taken care of. We go back to the hotel. We relax a little bit. We were thinking of going to Top Golf that day because it literally was right next to the hotel. We literally could walk to Top Golf and do some golfing. But at the time we go in, we're like, oh, how long is the wait for just a walk in for playing some golf? And they go, it's about 2.5 hours. Nope. We both walked out. We're just like, we'll find another time.
That's wild.
So we ended up going back to the hotel and relaxing, and I ended up falling asleep. Next morning, we wake up, we go get breakfast at the hotel, which they did have a station where you can get some eggs and stuff made from scratch, but me and Diablo were just like, nah, we're just going to grab bagels, cereal, stuff like that, yogurt. I got like orange juice, cereal, bagel, and I also had some milk, which this bean will tell you is not a good idea for me to have. In layman's terms, oh yes,
Started playing his own solo.
I was playing bass tuba. And here's the thing, both me and Diablo, we learned our lesson from Anthrocon last year. Anytime we're in a hotel room together, we are buying Febreze. And I brought a Febreze can of like the strongest stuff that they had for Febreze. And every time one of us either farted or if one of us took a shit in the bathroom, we had to spray it. And instead of spraying like almost 3/4 of a can like we did in Anthrocon, we ended up having to just use a little bit of a can. So it was like, finally, we're not sitting here having me crawl up into the corner like, no.
You know, it does kind of suck that a lot of the bathrooms in most hotels, some of them have fans, other ones don't. So it's just like, yeah, obviously got to have some kind of a sprayer in there or something.
Oh, we had a
because
fan in our room, but no matter what it is, and this is a confirmed thing with me and Diablo, no matter what happens, our shit's gonna look at the fan and go, no.
Basically.
Oh, perfect timing.
We're lucky our fans were actually working.
So,
Sorry about that.
no, y'all good. We were just talking about the bathroom, ironically.
Everything I dreamed and more. Hee
It was a happy little stream.
So afterwards,
Went full Bob Ross.
So after the breakfast and relaxing at the hotel, we then drove down to the casino. And one of the things I will say
Did you win anything?
I was actually going to get to that, ironically enough. So I will say this. I am not much of a gambler. Do I play the lottery? Yes, I do. I'm not going to lie. I play the lottery. But when it comes to like gambling at a casino, I don't really do that as much. Just because I don't. There's not really a. I mean, there is a casino near where I live, but I'm not big on casinos. So we go in. We go and find a parking spot, and the first thing that happens, they had the pay the pay meter there, but it was all open. I'm like, free parking today? Sweet! So we go in, and in the parking garage they had a center spot where there's the elevators that'll take you up to the casino. So like, okay, we'll go into there. I'm just going to say this. When we walked up to it and we head to the doors, I'll say it this way. Some people pull guys. Some people pull girls. Some people pull both. What do I pull? The door that says push. I pushed the pull door. Oh no, I pulled the push door.
It's okay.
I was feeling sex. I'm like, I pulled on the push door. And then sure enough, I'm like, oh, I need to get my earplugs out of my car. Which, by the way, I will say this: if you want really good earplugs, go get Loop earplugs. They are really, really good.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored,
Not
but
sponsored.
I would like to be. Anyways, I said, I need to go get my earplugs. So we go back down, and as we're walking out towards the doors, I see another person pull on the push door. I'm like, well, now I don't feel as bad. So then we go.
I guess it wasn't marked.
It was marked. That's the sad part.
How big was the lettering if two people did that?
Apparently not big enough because I'm as blind as a bat. Anyways.
Somebody needs to make the whole door say push.
Exactly. Hold on, because you get the meme of like push. Shh. Just like sail, sasalele. Anyways, so we go to the casino.
Push it.
Yeah, push it real good. So we get up to the casino floor, and one of the things they have is on either end of the main casino floor is they have ID checks. So they would check your ID to see if you're of age for both drinking and gambling, and then you can go in. So we didn't go to the one that was immediately for the elevators. We went right because we're like, we got to go find the theater so we know where the show is. So we go right, and as we looked, we saw Diablo's canteen. I think it was something like that. It was Diablo's something. And I look at my buddy Diablo. I'm like, hey, you didn't tell me you had a restaurant here at this casino. As a joke, and we got a photo of it, which I will probably plaster up on the video here for y'all to see that, and you'll see my buddy Diablo on the screen. So after that, we go and walk through the hotels. At one point, we stopped at the bathroom. I have to say, this is perfect timing. I looked over at my buddy, and my buddy Diablo, I'm like, dude, I gotta go use the restroom real bad. I've been holding this in since we left the hotel. I gotta go use the restroom. He goes, okay. I'm like, I'll be right back. As soon as I start walking away, somebody's cell phone went off, and the ringtone was, all by myself. I'm like, you could not have done that better. Me walking away, my buddy standing there, you just hear all by myself. I'm walking to the bathroom. I'm trying not to die of laughter. I do my business. I wash my hands. Yes, I wash my hands, people. And I walk out. I bust up laughing. But he's like, what are you laughing about? I'm like, did you not hear the ringtone that played as soon as I walked away? He goes, oh yeah. So we go further, and we're like, okay, we got a little bit of time before the show starts because we end up going past everything food wise. See the where the theater was, and saw that there's a lot of people. There's some people in line, but we're really early. We were like 6 hours early. So we go. I'm like, okay, let's go get some food, and then we'll go wait in line. So we go in. We go to the food area. We go to Shake Shack at the casino, which, by the way, I think was better than some of the Shake Shacks that I've been to. In my time, I think that was a really good Shake Shack. So after we eat, we go to the one of the theater entrances, and we just wait there. And as we're sitting there, there was a person that was in the VIP line that was giving out wristbands, handmade wristbands, like bracelets, that were themed to the music of the band that we were going to see, which was Electric Callboy. So it was them headline. So it's Electric Callboy headliners on their Tanzania World Tour, which, by the way, the show there, it was sold out, and every single seat was packed, and the pit was full.
Of course.
So it was them headlining, and their two openers were Scene Queen and Polaris. I'll get to every single one of those bands here in a bit. So afterwards, we sitting down. We get I'm like, you know what? Let me go.
Polaris, isn't that the band that did the South Park fame?
No, you're thinking of It's not Polaris.
Oh
it's,
no, Primus.
You're thinking of Primus.
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
Polaris is a metalcore band from Australia, like Parkway Drive. So, anyways, earlier than that, we did go into the casino. I did do a little bit of gambling. I put $20 in, and I walked away with 25. So we go back in line, sit down, and I look over at my buddy. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try one more time, and depending on how much I get from one of the wins, I'm gonna stop. So I walk away, and he hands me a lucky clover, like a 4-leaf clover coin that I happened to find sitting right outside the front of my car at the hotel. I found 2 of them, so he gave me his. And we go in. So I go in. I get my ID scanned again because it was a new security guard at the gate. So I'm like, oh, since I've already been here before, do I need to get my ID scanned? And she goes, well, I wasn't there when you had your ID scanned earlier, so just so that way we can get everything sorted out, yes, you will need to get your ID scanned. I'm like, no problem. So she scans my ID. I go in. I go over to the slot machine. I sit down. I put my 20 in. I start seeing the cash out thing flash. I'm like, why is it flashing? Somebody left some money in here. I click the cash out. It said $22. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and cash it out. I get the cash from it. I took the $22, go back to that same machine, put $20 in, play a couple rounds, and I ended up leaving that machine with $82. So, yes, I did win a little something.
Not bad.
But then again, it was like a penny slot machine. So I didn't go for any big prizes because I knew I would have lost it easy. So I walk away with $82. I go back over. I tell my buddy, and at some points we would go to one of the restaurants in the hotel. Which I will say this, since it is an MGM hotel, if you ever check your bank accounts after going to the National Harbors MGM, some of the restaurants in there, it will say Las Vegas, Nevada. That's just because that's where the main ones are stationed, in Vegas. So after a while, we get into the theater, we get our seats. We were in the balcony. We were like second to last row on the balcony, which is fine by me, but to some people, they're like, that's bullshit. For what the theater was, even if you were on the very last row or second last row, you could still get a really good view of the stage. So we go in, we get settled. I go get a drink and some snacks because I was hungry and very thirsty. And for those who don't know me now, I am the kind of person now that I will drink. I drink like a drunken sailor, but like I'll drink a ton of water or a ton of like whatever I have at hand. I'll drink a whole bunch of that until I turn into a piss fountain later on. So, and that's
Stay
like how I
hydrated.
ended up. Yeah, I think that's how I ended up. Part of how I lost 45 pounds at this point, or close to 50. Anyways, getting ahead of myself. So we're sitting there waiting for everything to start. The first act comes up and is Scene Queen. Scene Queen is a metalcore artist, but she does something called bimbo core. If you hear her music, she sounds like a stereotypical bimbo. She is also blonde, but she is really, really creative with the music. I've seen Daze back there. Why are you hiding?
He's trying to be a bush puppy.
It's just a little. It's kind of hard for you to see the glitter floating. So she goes on, and for those that want to check out some of her music,
Sparkle
I
plant.
recommend some of the songs like 18 Plus. I recommend the song Barbie Again that she does with Cody Carson to Set It Off. Ironically enough, I also recommend this one just because it's a fun one to hear. Pink G-String, where you will get in that song, you will get the term twerkle pit. Translation, twerking in the circle pit. I'm sorry, I see the E in the background. So in the song, she'll sit there and go, twerkle pit, twerk in the circle pit. Right when she started the song, I looked down, see a mosh pit, and there are dudes twerking. Some really bad, and then there's one I saw that was in like a tiger onesie. I'm like, okay, he either is very gay or he just has a really good looking ass, because I saw him bouncing them cheeks. So
It wasn't me.
after Scene Queen was done, there was a little bit of transitioning, and then Polaris came up. Polaris, I said before, is an Australian metalcore band, and they become one of my favorites. I love how they sound. So some songs I recommend from them are Nightmare, Dissipate, and Masochist for some of those music. As soon as their set got done, they were clearing out the stage and everything like that, and then Electric Callboy came onto the stage, and the way they started their set was they had a big old banner for their tour, the Tanzania World Tour, and I can't help it. I see Daze looking like a little couch potato, but it's just a head.
He's a Roomba.
He's a couch Roomba. So they go up, they do their song.
That's
start
the
off with
real
song
couch
Tanzania.
potato.
So so they start off with Tanzania, and the way it started was they had the curtain up, and they would start singing the lyrics, so you would see them like silhouettes on the curtain, and you would hear them like da 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 da. And then as soon as they got into the screen parts, the curtain drops, and they're all on stage. One of the members was missing though, because he had to go be there for his wife with a new baby. So, which is understandable. It's like, you're going to have a kid? Go see the kid. So, they did an amazing show. I'll say all three bands did an amazing job. Some songs I recommend from Electric Callboy are Tanzania, We Got the Moves, and one of my personal favorites, their rendition of Every Time We Touch. Which, for those that don't know that song, which in that case you've been living under a rock, it's the one that goes, 'cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. So they did that, but they did it like a little campfire thing in the middle of the mosh pit where they had a piano, their guitarist, and both their vocalists up on stage. And they did two songs that way, where they did Every Time We Touch, which then transitioned to them going back on stage and doing their take on it. But before they did Every Time We Touch, they did one of their original songs in a piano acoustic style known as Fuck Boy. I am not kidding. That is the name of the song. Everybody thinks that I'm just a fuck boy. That's literally the chorus of the song. So after the whole show was over, we go leaving the casino. We decided we would stay back a little bit, because as soon as we got out to where like a nice little scenic front entrance was, we just see massive amounts of people going to different exits, go through the casino. It was like a mess. So me and my buddy were just like, let's just go find a bathroom, because we both had to go really, really bad after drinking a lot. Which I will say this, we tried to go to one of the bathrooms that was near a pool. The door was locked. As soon as we got there, I'm like, oh, I can feel myself get ready to, like, whip myself. No! I almost was ready to just, like, grab my crotch and waddle all the way to the next bathroom. We finally get to another bathroom, and I ain't gonna lie, the relief was just bliss. 2 minutes later, we get out of the bathroom.
Holding your bladder for a long period of time really hurts.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
I can say that from experience. So we get out. So I get out of the bathroom. We walk over. We're just like, let's just go ahead down and get out of here. We get out of the casino. We get out of the.
I am actually gonna go get the boys from work, so I'm gonna step off scene.
Okay, so real quick, actually, we might be ending here at some point when you're going to get them. So in this case, for those that are watching the episode, thank you so much to Blazeger for coming along and sharing his experience at FWA. Thank you so much, buddy.
Yes. Always good. Thank you for having me. Yep, and I will pet the couch potato.
So,
Blaze, have a good night, brother.
Blazeger.
Yep. Y'all have a good
Have a
one.
good night, Blazer. Take care, bud.
And now the couch is less full. I can actually have leg room. So
Excuse me.
so we get out of the so we get out of the casino. We go back to the hotel, and the next morning we wake up and I actually booked reservations for Topgolf in the morning. So we wake up, go get breakfast, and we said we'll just go to the Topgolf, play a little bit of golf, like an hour of golf, and then go pack up and go home. So we do that. We only got 2 rounds in because we only did an hour, which at that time was like $20 for the hour. The first game I won. The second game my buddy won, so we ended on a draw. Which, by the way, I am going to say props to Topgolf for those that are lefty players like my.
There should at least be a sudden death match.
I wish we could, but it was like another 20 or $30 for another hour. So,
Okay, fair. Forget I even said that.
So we end on a draw, which I'll say props to Topgolf. If you are a lefty player for golf, they do supply left-handed clubs. So we finish up, we get in the car, and we end up driving back home. And that was my vacation. Now, Wolfy, take us home on the vacations before we get to our little special surprise here on our podcast.
Oh man, where do I even begin, man? So it started off with me just going in for a regular day's work, moving cars, pulling weeds on the lot, stuff like that, of course. And then 1:30 rolls around and I leave to go to the airport. Which, by the way, in case you guys don't know this, I live in Omaha, which is not that big of a town, but we have a pretty decent sized airport. It's currently going through the stages of remodeling right now, which is not too terribly bad, but we're basically trying to make our airport more of an international airport. And I booked a flight from Omaha to Indiana. Had a 5-hour layover in Chicago, which was just the absolute fucking worst. Do not recommend having a 5-hour layover in Chicago by any means. No disrespect towards Chicago, but your airport sucks as fuck, dude. And then got to Indiana, stayed with my buddy Gary, who I haven't seen since college, actually. Met him for the first time in like fucking ages, dude. Stayed at his place, which was really, really fun. Got to go to Lucas Oil Stadium, which had the Peyton Manning statue, which I am a huge Peyton Manning fan. Mainly because he played for the Broncos, which I love the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos are my team for life. And believe it or not, I got to go to Micro Center. Believe it or not, I got to experience what Micro Center was like for the first time in like ages, dude. And I actually ended up getting this this headset that I'm using, which, by the way, in case you guys haven't figured it out by now, with all the echoing that I had in the previous couple of episodes of podcast, I had a echo problem mainly because my headset was broken. Now I got a new headset from Micro Center, which, by the way, we are not sponsored by Micro Center, but we would love to be.
We would
sponsored
like to
by
be.
Micro Center. Yes, very much so, very much so. And got some performance parts for my PC and stuff like that. Not my current PC, but my old one. Like the very first PC that I got is gonna get some upgrade parts really, really soon. And not only that, I went to my buddy Joshua, who I'm pretty sure you guys have seen in the Midnight Munchies. He's Silly Boy Joshua. And he sold me one of his cars that he wasn't using anymore, which I'm very grateful that he did. Because a lot of you guys probably don't know this, but I've been without a car for quite some time now. And finally got a car. Yeah. and then I drove all the way down to St. Louis. Out of all places, I had to go to St. Louis to go pick up my dog. Which where is he at? Koa, where you at, bud? Come here, bud. Come
Which,
here, bud.
while he's calling a dog,
Cute.
I am going to put up a photo of Koa on the screen for y'all, so that way you can see.
Yes, please do. Please do. Anyway,
What breed?
as Dusty
Chocolate
does
lab?
that for you. This is no, he's not a chocolate lab. He's a Weimaraner Smith slash Labrador and Rottweiler mix, and
Okay.
he is
Cute.
just the goodest. He is just the goodest of
No.
good boys.
No. E-
Yeah, as he's currently sitting down here at my lap, just wanting pets, you know. Yes, yes, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. But yeah, I got Koa all the way on my drive to DeSoto, which is a suburb of St. Louis. He's actually a rescue, believe it or not. So I
Yay.
got I got the pick of the litter pretty much from the rescue, and he's 2.5 years old. He's a Weimaraner Labrador slash Rottweiler mix, as I said earlier, and
Cute.
he is just very well trained, and
My
man,
dog.
he was a champ. He was a champion during the car ride too, man. Like he just chilled in the back the entire way there, you know.
There you go.
And then I got to Nebraska, which is where I'm from, and I live there currently, and drove all the way from Indiana all the way to Nebraska, which was a fucking car ride and a half, dude.
Damn.
Yeah,
that wa-
which was
so-
about it was about 16 and a half hours for sure.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Now, would you say the worst moment for your vacation was just the drive from where you from?
Oh,
16-hour drive?
100%, dude. 100%. 100%, dude. I was running on fumes by the time I got back to Nebraska. It was
And
not gas fumes, but I was running on literal fucking sleep fumes. Like I had the AC going. I had a fucking 20-ounce fluid Red Bull. I was driving on fucking fumes, dude. It was the absolute worst.
I know that.
Like there was one time that I nearly drove off the road, but thankfully I was able to recover it in time. You know.
Yeah, that's good. So, all right.
Thankfully I didn't get. Thankfully I didn't get pulled over by the Iowa State Patrol because I would have said "fuck you guys." But anyway,
so-
yeah, that was my trip. You know.
Alrighty. Well, normally we would end our episodes off with us saying what our song of the time, like our favorite song is currently, but we do have something special. Like we have said with Elia, he is a flutist and a singer and all sorts of different stuff. He is also a performer. He and I have shared the stage a few times at different VR festivals. So in this case, what we're going to do is we are going to have Elia perform for us. We're actually going to go use the B stage over here in this world for you to perform. So
Heck yeah.
if you want to follow me, we'll get you set.
Okay. Come hither, Daze. Boing.
I need my Roomba.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Seating confusion.
That's all.
Did you want me to do just one, or because I could do a flute one and a vocal one, or what did you want me to do?
You can do
let's
two of
both
those.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's do both a flute and a vocal. So
Oh
that
yeah.
way
You don't have to tell me twice.
that way you can show people what you're capable of. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, for those that are watching the podcast, from the camera back here, give it up for Elia Kalua.
I hear myself. There we go. Okay. Cool. It's a good thing it's a good thing I got everything ready. do an actual VR in a long time, so this is gonna be interesting. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Oh. Hello. My mic was low. Okay. That's so much better. All right. All right. Sorry, if this isn't live, you may have to do a little bit of editing.
It's all good.
All right, but yeah, you guys enjoy this. Thanks for having me, Daze and Dusty, and I don't have anyone's name tags on. Wolfy.
Wolfy.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, so here's me on the flute. This is one of my favorite bossa nova songs that translates really nicely onto. Okay. This is Vivo Soñando, which translates to I Love Dreaming in Portuguese. Alright. Just move this over. And everything is frozen. This is awesome. Okay. I just love technology sometimes. It's just so
You gotta love it.
Alright, I think we're good. I think I'm good. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Alright, let's try this again. Hopefully that's coming through. Hopefully enjoying that. In case you're wondering if I'm actually playing my, yes, this is real.
Why, yes.
All right.
Oh, you did not
yeah,
just rickroll.
Tee.
It sounded like megalomania to me.
It was both. All right. Let me just grab my lyric sheet. Okay, I'm gonna do one more as Dusty said. I can appreciate you guys. Let me see. Do I have not warmed up at all since I got home from work, so this is gonna be interesting. All right. I usually end my sets with this, so I felt to be apropos to end with this one. This is, of course, Steel Broma, my original song about chocolate.
Chocolate?
If you feel like dancing, go for it. Yes. Thanks again for having me. You guys are amazing. What are these feelings inside? What will I do? Sliding to my mouth. Only good times will be had when I'm with you. Why does it feel wrong when the feeling is so right? To be seasoned by your kisses every night. Sweet elation, knowing what you've got in store. Dark temptation, teasing me, cutting me off. But I want more chocolate powers. You would keep me from my night's rest when you melt inside me. Oh, the feeling is the best. Oh, the aroma, how I long for your sweet company. Your aroma is the heaven sent angel that fills my dreams. The aroma, how could I devour you tenderly? Milk dark or white, with every bite, glorious night. Oh, the aroma, why do I melt in your warm embrace? Being around you every day of my life is the sweetest escape. The aroma, crowning ice cream or enrobing cake, bitter or sweet, so good to eat. Life is a treat. Hot fudge cookies or brownies, confections, creamy delight, dark sinful chocolate truffles. I'd nosh no matter how late at night. Pro Jazz on tenor sax, by the way. heart's hungry despite all that you've given. Heaven help me in my soul. There is a beast rising within. Why are you always sickly sweet? It's so hard to bear. I know you're not that good for me, but I don't care. Devastation is a world where you're not there. Desperation, just to feel more of the moments that we share. Life without you means I would be tasteless and incomplete. Just having you near me, I've got my sweet little treat to eat. New Baroque on violin. Here's my favorite part of the song. Oh, see your promo, how I long for your sweet company. Your aroma is the heaven sent angel that fills my dreams. See your promo, how could I devour you tenderly? No dark or white, with every bite, glorious and I want. Oh, la 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 Thank you so much.
Give it up for Elia Kalua, ladies and
Thank you for having
gentlemen.
me.
Let's go.
All right. And join you up on stage here. So, Elia. As you get your mic sorted out.
Yes.
Where can people check you out?
Okay. I should be back to normal.
There we go.
Alright, so oh crap, my flute just got caught on my cord. Hold on a second. Okay.
Oh no!
Okay. We're good. We're Gucci. Let me just turn off my. There we go. So I am on Twitter and YouTube, TikTok is Elliot Kaliwa. I also stream on Twitch. You can also check me out on VR Chat, Elias Soulcore Sounds Cafe. We have all kinds of amazing events. An open mic every Monday, karaoke nights on Tuesday, game nights on Saturdays, and we're having one of our biggest events coming up this July, the Jacaranda Blossom Jazz Festival, an all-day event dedicated to jazz music, bringing jazz to the greater VR Chat vicinities. And in any other ways you want to support me, be it Ko-fi or whatever, it's in my link tree on my bios in all of my socials. Thank you so much.
There you go. And I have actually been to Soulcore Sounds Cafe's open mic night on Mondays, and it is a lot of fun. It is a different environment for somebody who is normally known for rock and metal, but I did have a little fun and be like, you know what, let's just go acoustic with everything. So other than that,
Yeah.
you can check myself out at DustyDan95 on YouTube, DustyDan1995 on my other socials. If you want to support me monetarily, I have Ko-Fi at DustyDan1995 at DustyDan95Rock. Wolfy, where can they check you out?
They can check me out at SamJK44 on Instagram primarily, and they can also check me out pretty much on Instagram mainly. I don't pretty much interact with anyone else other than VR Chat and Instagram. So check me out on VR Chat as wolfy44, and don't be afraid to check me out on Instagram as SamJK44.
And as for Daze, where can they check Daze out on social media? That information is classified. So with that being said, Elia, thank you so much for coming down to share your stories of FWA and also giving us a performance of what you do on open mics and on virtual shows.
Thank you for having me again.
And everybody that is watching this, y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
We're watching you.
Wow.